All right, so this is going to be a video explaining labor statistics. So definitions of labor statistic terms. So employment and unemployment. So an individual is considered to be employed once they have begun working a full or part-time job. So before they become employed, but they are searching for work in the process, they are considered unemployed. So it is important to separate individuals who are not searching for work from the unemployed umbrella, instead calling them discouraged workers. So this category of discouraged workers is not counted when calculating the labor force, which we know is the sum of employed and unemployed individuals in a country. So groups of individuals such as full-time students and retired individuals are also not counted due to the lack of interest these demographics generally have in maintaining a full or part-time job. So definitions continued. So right here we have the labor force, which we can calculate using the number of individuals in a country who are either employed or unemployed. So the sum of employed and unemployed individuals in a country can be defined as that country's labor force. So we just have the definition in other words here as well. So the unemployment rate. So this statistic can be calculated by finding the percentage of individuals in the labor force who are classified as unemployed. So in other words, this means taking the number of people who are unemployed, searching for work but can't attain employment, and dividing this by the overall amount of people in the labor force. So we also have a graph showing the unemployment rate in Canada in 2020. So we can see the year starts out with a relatively low unemployment rate, but as COVID-19 hits, it goes up due to the economy shutting down, of course, and industries losing many jobs in general. So we can see it kind of plateaus at about 14%, which is extremely high for the unemployment rate in any country for that matter. And then as the year starts going on, we can see that jobs have been acquired again and the economy is starting to open back up. So we can see that it's progressively on the downward spiral, ending out the year at about 9% unemployment rate, which is still pretty high. So now we have an example of unemployment rate. So this is just a made up example that I made. So the country of Sweden in November of 2018 had 13.1 million people employed. And then the number of people that were unemployed in this country at this time is 800,000. So calculate the unemployment rate. So here's my solution. So first we want to evaluate the made up information that we have. So we have 13.1 million people employed and 800,000 unemployed. So the sum of this, so these added up, is going to be the labor force value, which is 13.9 million. So this value here is our number of individuals in the labor force. So next we look to see how many unemployed individuals we have, which is this value here, the 800,000, so 800,000. And then as we know, the formula for unemployment rate is number of unemployed divided by the labor force. So using these two values, so the 800,000 as our numerator and the 13.9 million as our denominator, this means our equation is 800,000 divided by 13.9 million, and our unemployment rate is 5.76% when we round to 2 decimal points. So these are just my citations as well, just to make sure there's no plagiarizing. So these are the slides that I specifically used when I paraphrased, and this is the photo/website citation as well. So this should sort of be a crash course on labor statistics.